Alright, welcome back. So with the new kayak comes mounting the fish finder and all your accessories. I haven't seen too many videos on YouTube of people doing it on the Recon, the wilderness systems. So I decided to go with the Switchblade, the Yak Attack Switchblade transducer arm. And I have mixed feelings on it. We're going to see how it works. I think it should be alright till you get into, like, you know, some pretty weedy situations, but it'll be easy enough to clean off if there is a problem. So let me spin you around and I'll show you how I decided to run the wires and all the mounts. Alright, so first off, I decided to mount the fish finder and the blade on the right side. Mainly because anytime I do land a fish, it just feels more natural for me to do it off the left side. Yeah, so I try to keep that side open. We'll have the paddle holder right there, but I don't really use that all that much. It's kind of a lake dependent type situation, so we'll see how that works. So it's the Humminbird Helix 5. It's got the side imaging, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to Switchblade, because the transducer mounts underneath here, they're actually pretty deep up in there, and I'm not sure if that would have caused an interference, but I don't want to go through some sort of custom fabrication and it not work right. So fish finder itself is on the Yak Attack mount on the lock and load system, and as I was putting this together, and when I bought this, I didn't even realize that this lock and load mount can actually mount to the base of this Switchblade. So it's kind of cool how it's all one unit for the most part. You can unplug this and you know, flop the whole thing, or pull the wires and put the whole thing in the hatch, and everything's out of your way if you were in a situation where you didn't need it. So I had to shorten up an arm, take an arm off, and then I cut this arm to raise it, so it might be a little hard to see, but just barely under the kayak. So you know, the propeller and all that would stick farther down than this does anyways. This is just far enough back, so I'm hoping we're not going to get any interference with the drive. But if we do, we can, I have a couple other ideas we can play with this, but I think it should be okay there. So, you know, ran the zip ties up. The transducer wire, instead of coiling it all up, I ran it into the hatch here. Everything still closes. And then back through the through hole kit. So the battery wire comes down into here, behind here, and I just drilled a small hole. I'll put a grommet. I want to get different, like a 2-post flat connector, I believe they're called, so it's like a quick disconnect. But that's easy enough to do down the road. Then just right to the battery, so it keeps the wires out of my hatch. Just got to come up with a way to secure that. Still leaves plenty of room in here. There's no wires to mess of transducer wires under the hatch and in the hull. I want to say this came with probably 15 feet of wire. So I didn't like the idea. Some people coil it up. I just wanted to try to look as clean as possible. So overall, I think it'll work pretty good. If I didn't need it, you could just swing it up, and I can sit right there. So no problem with the trailer. Absolutely no problem underneath. If you go on any kind of river trip, rocks, you know, the drive won't be in there, so if it gets a little scuffed, I don't have to worry about it ripping out. In fact, in a situation like that, I just take the whole thing and throw it right in the hatch. So that's what I decided to do, and hopefully we'll try it out here sooner or later. But anyways, if you have any questions about it, let me know, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks.